everybody, Beth here with Fine Aged Finds. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video in my channel. If you're new here, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I teach online and I resell on Mercari, Etsy, and eBay. I like to resell anything that I can find for a good profit, but I love to flip hard goods, vintage hard goods. So every week I bring you a what sold video to hopefully show you what sells and where the market is on some things. Also to kind of share any mistakes that I made, bad buys, things like that. That's what my channel is about, is for you to kind of go along with me on my journey, and I'll share the good things and the bad things. So I definitely make sure to crunch numbers and give you the actual net profit that I put in my pocket at the end of the week. So that's what I paid for things and the platform fees taken out of the numbers that you'll hear. And I think that's really important because a lot of the numbers that you see on YouTube and Instagram and everything are gross profit. And I feel like it's a little bit misleading because I feel like I should be able to make that much in a week, but really after they take everything out, it's not that much. If it is, great, I'm happy for them, but I really like to give the net profit and give you a realistic sense of what you could maybe take home if you have as many listings or you find these things or whatever. So enough rambling. I have a few sales for you from this past week. The week that I'm talking about ended this past Sunday. And my goal every week is to make $200 net profit. And I will find out at the end. I'll tell you at the end if I made my goal. So I had one sale on Mercari this week. And it was this little, there's always this banner for when things have sold. So I'm sorry, but it's this little guitar pen that's signed. There were a limited number of these made, I believe, but they didn't sell for a whole lot. So I got it out of a lot of men's accessories, and so I'm going to say that I paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $30. This is one of those things that I haven't had it listed for very long, but I had it listed really high on eBay and Etsy, and it got a lot of attention, but nobody was buying. So I thought, well, if people are interested, let's put it on auction. But it didn't meet the reserve that I had, so I cross-listed it to Mercari as well at this lower price, and it sold really quickly on Mercari. So definitely cross-list if you have something that's been sitting. A lot of times if I cross-list, it sells very quickly on other platforms. So $1 into 30. Okay, now we're to Etsy. These are a pair of really cute cat mugs. I thought for sure they would sell like overnight because there's so many people that are cat lovers and coffee lovers. So there you go. There's a lot of people that might want them. And they were just so cute with the tails on the handles. They must be made by the same company because the illustration looks to me to be the same in the style, but one was bigger. Yeah, so I had them listed at different prices. They've gotten a lot of attention again, but they didn't sell quickly. I got these last, when we didn't have snow, so I don't know, like a year ago, last summer. Yeah, so I paid 50 cents each for each of them, and they sold for $15 with free shipping. So I made an okay profit. I was so excited when I found these. They are 80 decals, Apple computer decals from the 80s, and I remember right away they brought me back to college when everybody had, the big thing was to put decals of or bumper stickers and stuff on your laptop, and I just knew that somebody would want these retro vintage Apple computer decals, and it was cool that there was a big one and a little one. So I got them for $1, and they sold for $18 with free shipping. Okay, this was a really cool bracelet that I got in a jewelry lot around Halloween, and so I got it up just before Halloween. I thought it would be perfect, and again, it didn't sell when I thought it would. But I did sell it for $18, and because I got it in a lot, I'm going to say I paid $1 for it. I part everything out in a lot at about $1 because it's a little tedious to count everything and divide it. And also, even if things were more than $1 based on what I actually sell, I do make money putting things I don't sell into craft lots. So I'm just going to make things easy and go with $1. Okay, these were super cute. I got these at a thrift store that was going out of business, but they didn't really have going out of business prices. I traveled a little over an hour to get there because I thought, great, it's going out of business. There'd be good prices and good stuff. But I also made it kind of a double purpose trip because we picked up our cat. so there was that. So I paid $2 for these. They were this really light wood, hand-painted shrimp and fish napkin rings or napkin holders. And they were really cute. They sold for $12 with free shipping. So not a huge profit on those either, but okay, this again, I got it from the same place, and I thought it would sell for Halloween because I took the keywords out. I probably shouldn't have, but originally I marketed it for like Halloween, medieval costumes, Game of Thrones, things like that, thinking that it'd be perfect, and it didn't sell. But I paid $4 for this, thinking that it would sell. It is really beautiful. It has some really nice details. It's mixed metal. Yeah, it sold for $18, so I wouldn't pay this. I don't know, actually. For as much as I thought it was going to go for, I really did think that $4 was a good investment. So, but sometimes it isn't what you think. So on to eBay. Oh boy, I think I mentioned this last week in my video, but if you're following me, you know that I'm moving at the beginning of May, so I'm trying to get everything, or as much stuff out of the door, especially big things and breakable things, as I can. So I kind of had a rash decision and put everything on 50% off in my store, which is crazy. I know. I realized 30 seconds after I hit start promotion, and so I went to go stop the promotion and delete it, and it said that it has to run for 24 hours. So it was a nerve-wracking 24 hours, and some things did sell for 50% off. This was one of them. I got this for a quarter at a yard sale, and it sold on 50% off at $3.99, and there was free shipping. So I will be happy if it turned out that I broke even. I might have even lost like 50 cents or something on this. So be warned, definitely consider sales on your stores for a little more than 10 minutes because they have to run for 24 hours. Here's another thing that sold, but I wasn't too bummed about this one. I got this in a lot, so I paid $1, and it sold for $5.99, but they also paid shipping, so a little tiny profit. This was a good sale. I got this for a quarter at a yard sale, and it actually has only been listed for a week or so. Again, this was like, okay, let's get the mugs out of here. It was really one of the only ones up that had this 3D face and the colors and everything, so I knew it would do well. It sold for $17.99 plus shipping, so that's a decent profit. Okay, oops, why are we on this picture? This is a vintage Columbia snowsuit. I got it at a local thrift shop, and I was going to check out. I had the amount that I was going to spend in mind, and I had a budget that I couldn't go over, and I saw this and actually put things back to make sure that I could pay for this. This was $15, but I knew as soon as I saw it that it'd go well. So it's a women's. The size was medium, which is pretty good. I knew these colors, the teal, the blue, the purple, they're popular for the color block vintage look right now, and the fact that it was a snowsuit makes it worth more than a jacket. Anyway, all this good stuff. So I paid $15 for it. I took a best offer of $70, and with free shipping. So I still made a pretty good chunk of money on that sale. Okay, speaking of big and breakable things, this was one of my first purchases. I've actually had this in my closet unlisted up until a week ago. And this is one of the first things that I bought at a thrift store because I thought it was beautiful, which it is, but it's also huge and weighs a lot. But when I saw it, I was like, I gotta get that out of here. I don't want to have to move it. So I paid $7 for this, and I sold it for $70 with free shipping. And this was a good lesson for me with shipping because I didn't know how I was going to ship it. Through USPS, it was going to cost about $50, and I thought, oh my gosh, what a mistake. But I looked at FedEx prices, FedEx Ground, and it was only $20. So I paid $7 for it, sold it for $70, and paid $20 in shipping. So that's still a decent profit. Problem is, in my town, there isn't like a FedEx store or drop-off that I could find. They do have like a little postal box outside one of the banks, but obviously this wasn't going to fit in that, and I wasn't just going to leave it underneath it or anything. So I scheduled the pickup on my porch for the next day, and they never came. I don't know if I did something wrong or what happened, but I was really nervous because I had a set time, like processing time, and I wanted to make sure it shipped on time. So anyway, I drove around with a box in my car. I was going to drop it off in the town that I go grocery shopping in, but I was parked getting some coffee at Dunkin' Donuts in my town, and I saw the FedEx truck, and so I parked, and I went and took this giant box to them, and I knocked on the window, and he was on the phone, and I just said, can I please give this to you? I really need it mailed. And so he put it in the back of his car, or his little van. So I'm glad that I found a much better deal for shipping, but I also, I don't know, it was a lot of work unless I can actually get them to pick it up at my house next time. So we'll see. But I'm going to try to avoid big breakable things in the future. So yeah, hopefully it gets there okay and soon. This was my last sale. I got these in a lot, the same lot as the Elvis pin, and I paid $1 for them, and I sold them for $20, and they paid shipping, so that was a decent profit too. Okay, so let me give you some numbers here. Overall, let me think. So my gross profit this week was $278.59. Then my cost of goods for everything that I showed you I paid for was $34.50. And then with all the things that I had that had free shipping, I paid a total of $68.74. So I had a net profit of $189.69. So I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously I'm $11-ish off of my goal, but that's a good week for me, I think. I had those two big sales, the pitcher and water basin and the snowsuit. And so I've listed some other higher ticket things, and I'm just hoping to kind of keep this rolling. So far this week, I have done well with sales, so we will see next Thursday how things went for me, and I'll give you this breakdown as well. So just so you know, after I have these totals for each platform for what I made. Yeah, this should be, these are net profit. So Mercari, $22.01. eBay, $91.52, and Etsy, $76.11. So Etsy and eBay for me are about even most weeks. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, definitely let me know. Like this video if you liked this video, and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you can tune in for my next video. So I will see you on Sunday. Thank you. Bye.